So I'm a bit nervous about this video because although my other videos all are sprinkled with feminism, I've never actually made a whole full video about feminism, and so the comments are going to be fun. Before we get into it, I'm going to do some disclaimers and housekeeping. First of all, please be respectful in the comments towards me and towards each other. It is fine to disagree, but let's not call each other names, attack each other personally, or use any slur.
I'm sorry, you don't expect any name calling on the internet? This isn't your safe space.
I think it's important for me to recognise the privileges that I do have, being white, straight, cisgender, middle class, Western, able-bodied, all of these things.
Yet somehow you're gonna paint yourself as a victim yet again.
Okay, so that was a long introduction, so let's just do it. I ask for questions on Instagram and Twitter, so I'm gonna go Instagram first. Lucy A. Dempsey says, what do people actually mean when they say we need to take down the patriarchy?
Oh, let me answer this. Is it that women are incapable of taking responsibility for their own actions, so they just blame men for them?
And Grace Liza asks, what is feminism to you in your own definition?
How many definitions are there for feminism already? Do we really need yours?
Feminism to me is ultimately about gender equality. My feminism definitely has an element of female empowerment to it because that's my personal story and journey. And my feminism now is definitely intersectional, so that means including women of colour, LGBT women, just women that have different experiences to me.
Oh, this intersectionality shit. Okay, let me keep this blunt. Intersectionality is basically a hierarchy to see who is more and more advantaged than the other. When in the reality, if you live in the Western world, you more or less have the same rights as anyone and everyone else.
Amy Six asked, difference between sexual liberation and objectification of women. I think this is a really interesting question, and I think the video that I did with Sarah Pascoe touches on that a little bit.
Watching one of your videos is cancerous enough, I'm not gonna go on a second.
But there's actually a really fine line there, and what one woman may experience as objectification, another woman might find liberating. It's difficult to say, and I think context is everything. I'll give a little personal example. I love dancing, and I love sexy dancing, but I only love sexy dancing like going for it, like really going for it, just like losing all inhibitions. I'm only comfortable doing that in front of certain people, mainly my friends, because I'm giving them the permission to look at me. That kind of dancing that I love to do, I would probably never do in a straight club. I think for me, the difference between sexual liberation and objectification is permission.
So, according to you, the difference between sexual liberation and objectification is permission. So, I assume when people constantly demonize strippers for doing so and them objectifying their bodies, that the strippers aren't giving all their clients permission to look at them, no matter how much they grind on them.
Izzy2274 asks, your opinion on abortion. I am pro-choice. Having children isn't for everyone, and accidental pregnancies happen, and I don't think that women should be punished or shamed for that. If for whatever personal, religious, moral reasons you would never have an abortion, cool, fine, that's great. But if another woman does have an abortion, how does that affect you?
Okay, fine, I'll give you credit for actually not demonizing or making fun of people who choose not to have abortions, like myself. I'd actually enjoy debating this topic with you. If you actually see this video, try and get in touch with me, or I'll try and get in touch with you. I actually want to have a logical debate about this.
Collier LC asks, what are your thoughts on the word feminazi? I hate it. People who strive for gender equality should not be compared to genocide maniacs.
Have you ever heard of Big Red or Clementine Ford or Trigglypuff? Those are all the examples I need to show you why we use the term feminazis.
Ruth Louise asks, opinion on, I'm not a feminist, but I believe men and women are equal. I definitely used to hate that a lot more than I do now. I personally identify as a feminist to recognise the systematic oppression that women have experienced over the years.
Yes, have experienced. As in used to happen. As in doesn't happen now. So what's the point of being a feminist now if those issues don't apply today?
my thing. Big Blether asks, should males be included in the bracket of feminism? Do they help or hinder? I think men definitely help. The nature of the world that we live in is that if I was a man and making this video, I would be taken a lot more seriously than as a woman.
Do you have any proof? Really? I'm asking a feminist for proof. Moving on.
I think that men talking about feminism is really important and really useful. And I also think that men's issues should be a big part of feminism too, such as the stigma around men's mental health, male rape and abuse victims, paternity rights. All of these things I think are really important.
Feminists talking about male issues. Well, for our first video, I don't think that was that bad. I apologize for the audio quality. I'm recording this on my phone. But if you want to see more content like this, you can like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to send me videos just like this that I can provide any commentary on. And I'll see you all in the next video.